Hi everyone, it's Margaret here with 60 and Me. 60 and Me is a community of women who are aging beautifully, over 60, and who are just still enjoying makeup, skincare, beauty products. And I do reviews and tutorials and share with you what I think might work for older skin. But last year, 2020, was the year of exploration. I had plenty of time at home, like many of you, to do some looking at products, at high-end products that I could afford, and also the drugstore products. And for me, the drugstore products have been an amazing revelation. There's just so much beautiful products out there. But of course, there are lovely high-end products too, and I got to explore some that I really enjoyed. But today I want to share with you kind of an experiment. I bought one product that cost me $50. I splurged. And then I used it and I love it, of course. But then I went out and discovered another line, Wet n Wild, and it's a drugstore brand. And there are many others. There's Essence, Catrice, NYX. There's just so many that are in that kind of same price range. But Wet n Wild does have some really affordable products. I bought 10 products for the same amount of money. $50. And so I thought, well, what can I do with this group of products here that I've got? And just whether ask you the question, what would you buy? Would you buy this one product, which I'm going to show you in a second, or would you like to try Wet n Wild? Now, I'm going to start while we're talking here, just getting ready and putting on some prep, because the foundation I'm going to use on the Wet n Wild is a stick foundation, which is the first time I've ever done that. So I want to put on my face first some hydration, and I'm going to use my Growing Younger Gracefully facial serum. I've been using this now for years and years, and I love it. And I really think it gives your skin kind of that glow that you need to get, just to build a nice foundation. Now I'm going to put some on my hand here. It's just a serum. I'm 72 years old, so this skin has been around for 72 years. And yeah, it's gotten dry over the years. And of course it's a winter month now, so it's, it's even more dry. But I find that by putting this on first, it just, it just makes my skin feel ready for foundation. And I think if you take this little extra time to just rub something beautiful like this into your skin, it's just worth it. And then I'm going to put a little bit of eye cream on as well. I hardly ever use concealer, and I'm just going to put a bit of cream on. This is a Radiant Cosmetics. You can see it's almost halfway gone. It's a beautiful eye cream, and I love to just put it on under my eyes, a little bit extra moisture. Now, I often don't do this step when I'm doing this demonstration, but I wanted to show you that it's worth taking the time. I also put some on my lips just to get a little bit of moisture. Okay, so that's kind of some prep for my skin. Now, first of all, before I start, I want to show you the product that costs $50. It's Chanel. It's Les Beiges. It's a blush stick. It's gorgeous. I heard about it, read about it, and I've been experimenting a lot with cream products, and I thought, this is gorgeous. Now, I'll show it to you. It's number 21. It matches my shirt perfectly, and that's one of the reasons I think I was drawn to it. I love the color, and I'll show it on my hand so you can see. Now, when you apply this, I'm going to put quite a bit on so that you can see what cost me $50. Now that's the color, and it is beautiful, beautiful. I mean, I must admit, whenever I wear it, it blends nicely, and it's just a really lovely product. But is it worth $50? Well, I think when you make a purchase like that, you spend your time justifying, yes, it is. But I'm going to play with Wet n Wild. Now, Wet n Wild is a budget line, and I've got some products that, I think they will look really great. And I'm going to do a whole makeup, full face here, and you can tell me what you think. Now, I did make some mistakes, and I'm going to tell you about those. But on the whole, I think you'll find this quite interesting. Now, Wet n Wild does a foundation, a liquid foundation that many, many bloggers love. They put it up there in their top foundation of the year in 2020. It's the Wet n Wild liquid foundation. I tried it, I like it, but I thought I'd try something a little different. This is a stick product, Wet n Wild. It's called Ton de Teint et Baton. That's in French just because I'm in Switzerland, but it's beige, it's just the color beige dew, light beige. And I did some checking on this, and somebody, in fact, someone that I respect very much in the blogger community, compared this to Tom Ford stick foundation, which is again a $40 or $50 product. This was under $5. So I'm going to put this on and see what happens. Now I'm going to just apply it just for fun. Now I have used this a couple of times, so I know the color is not too bad on my skin. and I'm going to blend it in and see what happens. Okay, and I'm going to use my brush here. Where's my brush? Foundation brush, which is my Ariane Pool brush. I like it. Now this, surprisingly, for a very low price budget foundation, does go on really well, and I like it. So I'm going to just blend it in, dabbing it more than pulling it, and see what you think. This is a nice foundation, and it's under like $4 or $5. I think it was about $5. I'm converting francs to dollars, which is a little bit different, but you get the idea. So this is the stick foundation. Now, I have never tried the Tom Ford foundation, so I actually can't tell you whether it compares, but the person that was talking about it had and said it's a very similar product. So let's just put it on, and I've got my mirror here somewhere. I've got a smaller one, but make sure I've got everything blended. But to me, I mean, the litmus test for me is always I have an age spot right here, and it's got a big one. And this is actually in with just one coat or one application is gone, or at least it's hidden. And we're not trying to hide anything, right? When you're 60, 70 years old, it's like, nothing's going to perfect your skin. But I think having a nice foundation that gives you that kind of canvas to work on is just really nice. It just smooths out all the coloration and spots. And I just think it's a nice place to start. And I'm going to use a little under my eye. Dab my fingers. This is, it's got a bit of a waxy feeling, but it's not tacky now that I put it on and blended it. I'll bring it down a bit. So that's the foundation. I think that's pretty nice foundation for a drugstore product. So that's Wet n Wild. Now, I'm going to put some blush on because I just like to put blush on next. It's always my thing, and I'm not using any bronzer or anything like that with this particular application. I'm going to just put a blush on like I would with the Chanel product, but I'm going to use one of their products I think it's called not Perfectly Pink, Pearlescent Pink. I'm telling you, if I swear one day I'm going to start a makeup line, and I'm going to have like big print on the back, the name of the product, and because you just cannot read it. I have this huge magnifying glass that I have to use just to see the name so I can tell you. Pearlescent Pink, and it's a peachy pink color, and I like it. It's very, very sweet. It's not, of course, like the Chanel product, but it's not cream, but I think it's okay. And I'm going to just dab it on my brush here. I'm using again, Ariane Pool has this multi-function brush. It's a different one to the foundation I used. But I'm just going to put this on. And yeah, I think that, the general guideline is to start it on the center of your cheek here and then bring it up. And I always find that I like the glow in the front of my face, so I always put it on the apple of my cheek. But you see, that's not a bad color. I really like it. It's very subtle. And to me, it's more peach than pink, but the eyeshadow that I chose is more on the purpley pink side. So we're going to just stick with this. Now that to me blended really beautifully. I don't know what you think, what you can see on the camera here, but I'm going to just get my mirror again. Yeah, now it's a little bit bright, which I like because blush is the first thing that kind of fades away, isn't it, when you put it on? But I'm going to just blend that in and let it settle. But I think for, again, under $5, that was a nice blush product. It looks great to me. And I'm not going to use a highlighter either because it's got, as it says, pearlescent pink. It's got a little bit of a pearly glow to it. So I like that. That's the blush, number 2 thing. Now, try to get myself organized here so I can show you everything. Now, in terms of eyebrows, they do have an eyebrow product which is similar to the Maybelline product that I use. It's called, what's it called? It's the retractable brow pencil, a crayon, and spoolie at the end. So here's what it looks like, just like the Maybelline. It's got like a little angled piece. And at the end, it's got a spoolie for shaping. Now, I actually tend to just sort of brush the spoolie through my eyebrows the other way before I start. It just kind of loosens everything up a little bit. Now, as you can see, like many older women, I'm losing my eyebrows. I'm quite at peace with that. I no problem. But, I just do what I can to make them, fill them in a little bit and shape them. So I'm going to use this product. I can just do it here with a little bit. And it's kind of I'll tell you the color. Everything will be in the description box, by the way. But I'm just going to try to This is the eyebrow that's a little bit sparse, but it's actually quite nice. And this product is, actually it's a little bit thicker than my Maybelline product. And you can see right away what a difference that makes, right? So I'll do the other one. I found with this one, you do have to press it a little teeny bit more than the Maybelline, but it serves its purpose and it's really easy to apply. I should have got a smaller mirror here, sorry. So that's, I think, my eyebrows. I'm not going to fuss with them too much, but I think that actually does fill in the eyebrows nicely. And then you can use the spoolie again to just give a bit more of a natural look, and it's not sort of sticking down. That's it. And that's the trend, I guess, this year, is just more natural eyebrows. So that's a good thing. All right, eyebrows are done. So that's the next thing. That's the third thing. Now, in terms of eyeshadow, okay, I just got my hair cut, by the way, and it's like, you're so conscious of it, it's like not where it used to be. So, okay, so eyes, I'm going to do some things with here. I bought, this is the truth, I'll admit my mistake. I bought this one, Wet n Wild, and it's a nice little palette. It's got some good colors in it. But when I tried to use it, the colors were just not what they appear. So that green, for example, is not green. It's more of a kind of a muddy color, and this blue, which I actually liked, I thought it was nice, that isn't blue. So I went back and I thought, well, no, I'll just pretend I didn't spend, I think it was $3.50 for that. And I will buy 3 small singles. Now I'm gonna start with the one, they're all $1.50 or $2 each. These are small ones. This is Nutty. This one is called, again, they're like, impossible to open, Creme Brulee. And then I got one that was like a purple shade, and I don't know what it's called. It's called Mesmerized. So those are the 3 that I'm going to use. And I'm going to start with just putting over all the Creme Brulee. And I'm not using anything other than the foundation as a primer. But when you put that on, you can immediately see it. And it's a nice creamy white. It's not, overly sparkly white. So that goes on really nice as a base color. And I'll do it on the other side. Try to stay straight here. Looking at the camera. I always turn away from the camera. I don't mean to. So that's the Creme Brulee. And I think that comes right up under the brow. And as I said, these are not super, super pigmented. So I think that's one of the challenges that you will face with this particular drugstore brand. Not all drugstore brands are this, not this pigmented. So you just have to shop around. But I'm just giving you an idea of what you can do with a budget line. And where's my other one? So this Nutty is a little bit darker brown. And I'm going to use that in the crease. And let's just do this gently right there. And again, you're not seeing like this huge streak. It's a very subtle, soft brown. And I'm just using it kind of as a transition color. So it's a little bit softer. And it also, if you've got hooded eyes, you can bring that up a little teeny bit, because then it sort of opens your eyes for you. And this one, I'll do the same on this side. I actually quite like this color. I mean, in terms of eyeshadow transition colors, it's very soft, and I like that idea. It's not over the top brown, but you can kind of get the idea. I'm going to take a quick look in my mirror, because I'm looking into my phone right now, and it's a little bit challenging to make sure I get this even. Okay, so you can see that nice color there. I'm going to take a bit more of that dark brown and just put it on the edge, on the edge of my eye, so it's a teeny bit darker. And yeah, so this is going to be a very, very natural daytime look. And then just bring up over the lid again. Okay, cool. That's Nutty, Nutty on top of Creme Brulee. And then I'm going to play with this purple. Now, I'm a big purple fan, and I'm going to mix it with something else in a second, but I'm going to take this purple and pack it on my brush, because it hasn't got a lot of pigment, but it's still very pretty. And I'm going to just try to, sometimes with these, you have to kind of dig right in, because you get a coating on top of the mascara or the eyeshadow sometimes. Can you see that? It's kind of pretty. It's not a strong purple, and I do like purple. I'm going to play with something else in a sec. But I think that's actually kind of nice. I'm not sure I'm getting it on strong enough here for you to see, but we'll just play with it. And that's the thing about makeup. For me, 60&Me is just play with it, have fun with it. It's not meant to be taken that seriously, and I'm going to just fix that in a second. But okay, so that's Now, that you could go out and that's actually quite pretty, but I'm going to cheat a little teeny bit because I want it to just to pull in a bit more color. Oops, I'm going to, oops, I'm dropping things here. I'm going to put my favorite purple palette into work here. This is this Viseart. It's just beautiful. I love it so much. It's one of these palettes that I was just so happy I bought. It's got some gorgeous purple colors. And I just wanted a little teeny bit more. I think if you shopped with the Wet n Wild line, you'd find deeper colors, but these are all I could find. So I want to make sure I show you what it would look like with a teeny bit more color. And so I'm going to take this one and just put it in on the lid. And immediately you can see some nice color coming in. I know this is cheating, but I want you to see what's possible because you all have other palettes you can play with here too. And I'm going to just take a tiny little bit of this and put it in the center. So that's, and you know, I often, this is crazy, but I often do this where I bring this same brush with just a very little bit of that purple up over my transition line and just bring that purple up a bit. I just think that can be so pretty. Okay, hopefully that's blended in okay. Let me just check on the mirror. Yes, I think maybe that was a little bit too dark there, but that's okay. I think you get the idea that with very, very little expenditure, you can actually come up with a very nice eye look. And I've got a nice brush actually. It's one of these fluffy brushes. I don't know where it's gone to, but it's, here it is. I don't know, I think it's a dupe, but it just going to brush that all out so it's nice and blended. Okay, I think that's okay. And with mascara, it's going to look great. So that's the Wet n Wild products that are for the eyes. And I do have some liner, actually. I should try that too. I did buy the liner. I think I've got 5 things now I've already tried. But this was the liner. I might try a little teeny bit of this. It's a felt tip liner. Oops, which edge is it? This one. Here it is. And that one is very similar to the one that I love by Dolly Wink. And I'll put that on just to see how it applies. I haven't even tried this one before. This is a Wet n Wild. So I'm going to put this on just at the lid or at the lashes. Just very gently. Oh, that does make a difference actually. And if you pretend that you're just kind of caressing your lashes, rather than trying to actually draw a line, it makes a big difference. All right, so let's put that's liner. Let's put that to one side. Now, again, these are all around $3 in price, all these eye products. So let me just now go to mascara, and they have a product called Mega Protein. It's a new line for Wet n Wild. It's black. It's not waterproof, but they did have a waterproof version of this, and it's supposed to be volumizing, and I've not tried it yet, so we're going to do that. It's got quite a small little brush, but I actually don't mind that in some ways because you can actually then get into the center part of your eye, which I often miss because, you know, if it's a big brush, it goes too far. Oh, is that something on there? Okay, here we go. As I mentioned, I've not worn this before, so we'll see. And it's going on really well. It's separating the lashes. Wow, that's not a bad mascara. Wow. It's always amazing when you find something unexpected like this. Wow, I just need to get that little bit of color there. Okay, let's do this side. Wow, it's very easy to apply. I'm happy with this mascara. You know, sometimes you find these little treasures. I know Essence does some really, really great mascaras, and I just love them so much. But let's see what this is doing. One more coat here. I actually think this is a really nice mascara. I'm going to just finish on this side. Okay. What do you think? I'm actually quite impressed with it. I like it. So this is the Wet n Wild mascara, and that again under $5. I think I'm up to about 6 items here now. Lipsticks are next. Now they did not have a liner that I purchased. I'm just going to use this one here. It's only, I don't know which one this is. I just grabbed something and I'm going to line my lips. Okay, ideally you should do that afterwards, really, but that's okay. We'll just play with this as it is. So that's some liner and lipstick. Okay, lipstick. I found two. I bought two, so that I think comes up to 8 items. One is a more of a pink color, and it's called, I think it's called Parisian Pink. I'll put this all in the details below. And the other one is it's called What's Up, Doc? One is a kind of an orange coral color, and the other one is pink. By the way, the packaging is plastic, and it's not great, right? But that's what it is. And I'm going to mix these two. I'm going to put pink and coral together. And I found these lipsticks lasted a long time. I've worn them several times, and I'm amazed. I mean, really, for the price, it's an excellent quality, in my opinion. They remind me of Milani lipsticks. They're very smooth and slippy and pigmented. Okay, so that is the pink. I think it's called Perfectly Pink or something. So that one's pink, but I thought I just wanted to blend it in with something a bit more corally since I used a kind of a peachy blush. And that is this one here, which is a bit darker, but I love this. Okay. Okay, so that's lipstick. And these lipsticks were each, under $5 each. And I actually really like them. I've just got them on my counter now, and I just pop them on all the time. I really enjoy them. So that's basically, I think, all of my Wet n Wild products. Let me just double check. Oh yes, just for good luck, I think I wanted to complete the $50 purchase. I bought some nail polish, and this is a sparkly pink. It's actually really good. It's just as good as anything else I've tried from the drugstore, and I forget the color, but it's really bright. I wore this like at Christmas time. So I think that is everything. I've mentioned the foundation with stick, the blush, the eye products. Everything that I showed you today cost less than $50. It was at $48. So that is what I was able to purchase for $50, as opposed to this beautiful blush from Chanel that cost $50. So I hope you enjoyed this comparison, and I'd love to know what you think. Which one, if I handed you $50 right now for makeup, I know it seems like a lot, even to say that, but what would you do? Would you buy one beautiful thing that you've always been craving, or would you buy some budget priced drugstore products that would give you an entire new look? What do you think? Well, I hope that you enjoyed this little experiment. I've got some other ideas, but I'd love to know what kind of things you are looking for in this new year, what kind of product reviews you'd like me to do. I want to do some cream reviews. I am really into cream products. I'm happy with this Chanel product for that reason, but I want to also talk about cream eyeshadows and cream blushes and cream foundations, and do some work to introduce you to that. I think it's perfect for older skin. But if you've got other topics, other brands, other themes that you'd like me to develop, please leave them in the section below. I'm here for you. I'm here to help all of us as we get a little older to find products that are going to make us feel and, on the outside, look on the outside like we feel on the inside, full of life, vitality, curious, creative, and, just enjoying our lives. So again, have a wonderful day, everybody. Take good care of yourselves. Stay strong and well, and we'll talk again very soon. Bye-bye.